Welcome to a feel-good flow. We'll just begin in child's pose at the back of the mat, separating your knees wide, big toes touch. Walk your arms out long in front of you. Once you've arrived, just take a moment to settle into your body. Bring your awareness to your breath. And let go of anything that may have come before you've gotten here, and let go of anything that might happen after you leave. Breathe in and feel your rib cage expand onto your thighs. And effortlessly exhale out, and maybe feel your hips melt down a little deeper towards your heels. Walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Flip your right palm up and interlace your fingers together. Actively pull your left arm away from your body with your right. Twist your chest to face the left. Melt all of your weight into the right side, allowing your right hip point to melt down towards your heel. And then we'll just take it to the opposite direction. Flip your left palm up to face the sky and interlace your right hand on top. Twist your chest to face the right. Deep breath in. Long exhale out, let it go. Slowly come all the way back to the center of your mat, back to child's pose. And just setting ourselves up for a cobra flow. Make sure that your knees are wide, mat's distance. Send your hips back and down to meet your heels again in child's pose. Walk your arms out long, about mat's distance apart. Gaze forwards. Inhale, slide through your arms. Lift your chest, take a back bend. Gentle bend in your elbows. On your exhale, bend your knees, hips to heels, child's pose. Taking this a few times. Inhale, slide forwards, lift your heart, back bend. Exhale, bend the knees, hips to heels, child's pose. Last one, inhale through cobra. Exhale, child's pose, press it back. Round all the way back up to a tabletop position, and just to warm the wrists up, face the fingertips to the knees, and then just take tiny circles with the upper body, stretching the insides of the wrists, shifting forwards and back, side to side. And reverse directions. Maybe you come up onto the tops of the hands as well. Just take any movement here to warm your wrists up that might feel good. Maybe you shift your weight forwards and back. And just to warm up the spine with cat-cows. On your next breath in, drop your belly down towards your mat. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and gaze up to the sky. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. Round the shoulder blades across the back. Inhale, arch the spine, gaze up, open the heart. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone in, chin to chest. Just go with your breath at your pace. Tuck your toes behind you and press your sits points all the way back to meet your heels, setting up for toe stand. On your next breath in, draw your arms up overhead and interlace your fingers. Flip your palms up to face the sky. Take a deep breath in, lift your heart, slight back bend. And on your exhale, round your spine, chin to chest, press the palms away. Inhale, lift your heart, back bend. Exhale, close, round, chin to chest, press away. Inhale, lift, open. Exhale, round the shoulder blades. Release the hands. Come back to tabletop. Maybe you kick your feet out. We store a lot of emotion and tension in our feet. If you'd like, maybe you take some hip circles or spinal waves. Any other movement that might feel good for your body right now. Just syncing your movement with your breath. And just release any stagnant energy that may be trapped in the body. Just making room for presence. Whenever you're content, we'll just meet in a puppy pose. So we'll stack our knees under our hips and walk your arms out long in front of you. Allow your heart to melt down towards your mat. And just take 3 breaths here. Feeling a deep stretch in your upper spine, your thoracic spine. Walk your hands back to second underneath your shoulders. Ground down to the right hand. Inhale, left arm rises up to the sky. Gaze up, twist open. Exhale, thread your left arm underneath your right and drop your left cheek down onto your mat. Coming into a thread the needle pose. Draw your right arm up overhead and maybe take a bind behind your back with your arm if you'd like to add a little more openness to the chest. Place your weight into your left knee. Extend your right leg long, start on your toes. If you took the bind, draw your right palm back down onto your mat. Inhale, left arm rises up, gaze up, twist open. Exhale, place your left palm down onto your mat. Pivot your left shin to face the long edge of the mat and ground down through your right heel, so right toes face the long edge of your mat. And just take big circles with your right arm in one direction, just massaging your shoulder girdle, opening your chest. Reach your right fingertips forwards and away, bicep in line with ear. And shift your hips forwards, deep side bend in the whole right side. Slowly walk your hands to the back of the mat. Bend your right knee, and draw your right forearm on top of your right thigh. Stretch your left arm up and away, deep side stretch in the whole left side. Slowly walk your hands back to the center and all the way back to the top of the mat, and we'll just meet back in a plank pose. You can drop your knees down if you'd like. Neck is long, gaze is towards the front edge of the mat. Try to keep your elbows in towards your rib cage and lower all the way down onto the belly. Extend your left arm out long past your shoulder, bend your right knee, and roll over towards your extended arm. Broken wing pose. Allow your right knee to open up and out to the side, open your hip. Try to breathe into your shoulder. Gently roll all the way back down onto the belly. Walk the left hand back in, tuck the toes, and try to lift all the way back up to plank pose. Drop the knees down, press the hips back to the heels, child's pose. Gaze towards the front edge of your mat, take a deep breath in and slide through your arms, lift your chest, back bend, up dog or cobra. And on your exhale, roll over your toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to come back to the breath. Maybe add movement, pedaling left and right, creating a line from your wrists all the way to your tailbone. Come up onto your tiptoes and slowly float your knees down. Meet me in a tabletop position. Take a deep breath in and lift your right arm all the way up towards the sky. Gaze up, twist open. Exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left. Drop your right cheek down onto your mat. Maybe lift your left arm up towards the sky and bind your arm behind your back. Place all of your weight into your right knee and then extend your left leg long. Start on your toes. Unbind if you took the bind. Inhale, right arm rises all the way back up towards the sky. Gaze up, twist open. Exhale, draw your right palm back down onto the mat. Pivot your right shin to face the long edge of the mat. Ground down through your left heel. And just take a few big circles with your top arm in one direction. And then eventually just meet me with your bicep in line with ear and stretch your fingertips forwards and away. Shift your hips forwards and envision spiraling your right rib cage underneath your left. Gaze up. Slowly walk your hands to the center of your mat and then draw your left forearm on top of your left thigh. Take a side bend towards the back of the mat. Slowly walk your hands back to the center and then all the way back to a plank pose at the top. Spine is long, core is active. Drive through your heels. And slowly lower all the way down onto the belly, nice and slow. Extend your right arm out long past your shoulder. Bend the left knee and roll over towards the extended arm. Broken wing or shoulder pigeon. Try to send your breath into your right shoulder. Open your chest. Gently roll all the way back down onto the belly. Ground down through the palms. Press all the way back up to plank pose, the same way you got down. Drop the knees down, send the hips back to meet the heels, child's pose. Gaze forwards. Inhale, slide through the arms, lift the chest, back bend. Exhale, roll over the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. And just come back to your breath one more time. Come up into the tiptoes and mindfully tiptoe your feet all the way to the top of the mat, meeting you in a forward fold. Add a gentle bend to the knees, grab opposite elbows, and ragdoll the body left and right. Maybe you even take a few yeses and a few nos with the head. Try to release any resistance in the neck and the lumbar spine. Release the arms down, generous bend to the knees. Slowly rise all the way up, vertebra by vertebra, feeling every part of the spine stack. Root down through the feet, lift up, draw your palms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward, spine straight. Exhale, plant the palms and step the left foot back. Step the right foot back, plank pose. Lower down knees, chest, chin, or all the way. Inhale, back bend, send the heart through the arms. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises, bend the knee, stack the hips, and maybe you take a few big circles with the right knee in one direction, opening your hip. And reverse directions, big circles. Extend your right leg long, square your hips, point your toe. Exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, right knee, elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Place the foot right in between the hands, runner's lunge. Gaze forwards, lengthen the spine. Chest is open. Big step forwards, step the left foot to meet the right all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, rise all the way back up to standing, palms touch. Exhale, hands draw down. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Step the right foot back, step the left foot back, plank pose. Lower all the way or halfway. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, roll over the toes, press it back, down dog. Ground down to the right foot, inhale, left leg rises. Bend the knee, stack the hips, and just take big circles in one direction again. Opening the hip. Reverse directions. Extend left leg long, point the toes, square the hip. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to right arm. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to left arm. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to chest. Plant the foot right between the hands. Gaze forwards, runner's lunge. Big step forward, step the right foot to the left. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step or hop your feet back, plank pose. Lower down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Come back to the breath. Breathe in, right leg rises. Breathe out, knee to nose. Plant the foot right in between the hands. Take a deep breath in and shift your chest forwards and try to hover your back leg long behind you, warrior 3. If you have blocks or props, maybe your fingertips float down underneath your arms for a little more stability. Maybe your hands are at heart center, or maybe your arms are reaching long in front of you or behind you. Add a generous bend to your right knee and come into a lunge pose. Float the left foot down. Inhale, arms rise, high lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Pivot the left toes to face the long edge of the mat and gaze towards your front fingertips. Inhale, extend the front leg, lift your arms. Exhale, warrior two, sink the hips low. Inhale, rise, lift. Exhale, warrior two, sink low. Inhale, lift, extend. Exhale, bend, warrior two. Reach your right forearm on top of your right thigh and stretch your left arm up overhead, extended side angle. Come all the way back through warrior two. Flip the front palm up and take a side bend to the back of the mat. Peaceful warrior. Sink the hips low. Come all the way back through warrior two. Extend your front leg long. Hinge at your front hip and draw your right wrist to the inside of your right ankle. Left arm rises up to the sky. Send your right hip point forwards and your left hip point back. Hips are in one line. Shoulders are stacking. Chest is open. Carve your arms down to frame the front foot and hop your back foot up a few inches. Take a deep breath in, lengthen, and exhale, fold over the front leg, pyramid pose. Hands framing the front foot, kick the right leg long back behind you, three-legged dog. And on your exhale, maybe you take a chaturanga with your right leg hovering. Lower down halfway. Inhale, back bend, open the chest. Exhale, roll over the toes, press it back, down dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, place the left foot right between the hands, runner's lunge. Try to focus your gaze, address to a spot that doesn't move a few feet in front of you. Hinge your chest forwards, lengthen your right leg long back behind you, balance, warrior three. Crown of your head maybe is in line with your back heel. And play with your arm variation, see where you need to go today. Generous bend in your left knee, slowly float your right toes back down, high lunge. And on your exhale, pivot your right toes to face the long edge of the mat, warrior two. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend, warrior two. Inhale, rise and lift. Exhale, sink low, warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Reach the left forearm on top of the left thigh and stretch your right arm up overhead, extended side angle. Try to peel your chest up towards the sky. Inhale, come all the way back through, warrior two. Flip the front palm up, and on your exhale, bend towards the back of the mat, peaceful warrior. Keep a generous bend in your front knee, sink your hips. Inhale all the way back through, warrior two. Exhale, extend the front leg long, hinge at your front hip and draw your left hand to the inside of your left ankle or hold onto your shin, right arm rises. Gaze up, twist your chest up. Garble your arms down to frame your front foot. Coming into pyramid pose, hop your right foot up a few inches, deep breath in, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold over the leg. Try to envision drawing the chest towards the shin. Frame the front foot, big kick back, kick the left leg long back behind you. And maybe you take a chaturanga with your left leg hovering, if you'd like, yogi's choice, or just meet me back in a downward facing dog. It's always optional. Roll over the toes, press the back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, gaze towards your hands, step, hop, or float your feet all the way to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way back up to standing. Exhale, hands draw down to heart center. Inhale, arms rise. Separate your feet about mat's distance, heels in, toes out. Sink your hips low, meeting in Malasana yogi squat. Draw your palms together and actively press your arms into your legs and your legs into your arms. Try to create a little resistance here from both sides. Open your chest, lengthen your tailbone down, lift the crown of your head up towards the sky, spine is straight. Plop down, Plopasana. Press all the way back to your spine. We'll just meet laying down on the back. Take a moment just to hug your knees in towards your chest, and maybe you find movement here and rock back and forth on the spine. Thread your arms through your knees and grab the outside edges of your feet, coming into a happy baby pose. Draw your knees in towards your armpits. Maybe you extend one leg and then the other. Maybe you extend both legs and take a full straddle pose. Take what feels best for your body. Just sending your breath into your hips. Hold onto your right knee with your left hand. Extend your right arm out long past your shoulder. Just take a twist. Fold your knee across your body. Gaze past your right fingertips. Come all the way back to the center and just switch sides. Twist your left knee across your body over to the right and gaze long past your left fingertips. Try to lead with your heart, lead with your chest. And just wring out anything that's not serving you right now. And come back to your breath. Mindfully come all the way back to the center. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Send yourself a little thanks for showing up today and making it to practice, making it to your mat. And until next time, namaste.